We have with us Rahul Magan, Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting PT Limited, based in Singapore. Rahul, would you speak about the different things that you are focusing, like IoT, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity and cloud?
To be honest, I personally feel myself very lucky in the sense like today the entire globe is facing the revolutionary cycle. You take banking and the information technology, like speak from a banking perspective, more than 16 different regulations are coming. Yesterday, there is one more baby who joined the group, which is PRA, Prudential Regulatory Authority 110, which is liquidity reporting under Basel 3, Pillar 2. When we talk about technology side, we are, I think, more than lucky in the sense like this is a cycle like somewhere in 1850s people witnessed the then industrial cycle in UK, in England. Now here you are having IoTs here, virtual reality here, artificial intelligence in here, big data is there, data analytics is there, and there are a lot of things which are coming. But one thing which cybersecurity is here, according to few estimate, approximately 6 odd million cyber experts are required in next few years alone in India, if we seriously wish to make this country cyber secure. If I talk from a China perspective, although the number is 1 year old, so I'm taking an indemnification number, might not be 100% correct. But according to the few sources in the market, they have 2,500 people working in the Red Hat team. Now what is Red Hat? Red Hat means like assuming there is a LOC, line of control. Line of control would have first line of defense as a soldier.
Okay.
So, and this all big people like brigadiers, colonel generals, they come later. They are 2-3 kilometers apart from LOC. So the Red Hat team is the first people who witnessed the cyber attack of the country. I strongly feel that India as an economy is having a big potential. There is no doubt about that. The value, the talent is enormous in this country. When it comes to virtual reality, artificial intelligence, your so-called big data analytics and so, cyber security. However, at the same time, with due permission, I would like to say that precaution has to be there. In the sense like all these things cannot be just learn whatever we have in the text. Let's take an example, very simple example. If today you go to your home and you just type my name Rahul Magan, within few hours on your Facebook suggested friend list you will get my name. How come you get your name? Because there is an artificial intelligence or data analytics which is happening at the back end of the Facebook. But how many people actually know that this is being performed by the biggest tools like Apache, Hadoop and Spark? With your permission, I take an example. I don't like you, I block you. The hard reality is that again your name will come in your Facebook request. It means that talking data analytics do not make sense. What makes sense is the tools that are doing the data analytics. Now my question to all youngsters and the companies including myself, those who wanted to enter into these domains like data analytics, IoT. What is IoT? Like Einstein said, if you are able to comprehend the most difficult topic in one line, you understand the concept. IoT is nothing but everything around you is connected via internet. Let's take an example. Just simple example, 2030, what would happen amongst top 3 airports of the globe, which is Dubai and Singapore, you will land up, once you travel from India, there would be RFID chip that would be pasted on your luggage. Once you land up, you will see 2 robots will come, they will download the material, basically the luggage, and you will get an SMS. As soon as you open your phone, you get an SMS, excuse me boss, your luggage is at belt number 8. Once you assuming you go to washroom, you are busy clicking the photos with your wife or girlfriend, all of a sudden you get a message, excuse me boss, your luggage has been picked up. Then you will immediately rush to the immigration and say, who picked up my luggage? This is IoT, Internet of Things. When the luggage is giving you an alert via SMS, excuse me, I am being picked up by somebody. It might be you, but you will get an SMS. Now, moral of the story is, in this kind of framework, you need tools which can manage billions and billions of items in a nanosecond basis. Now, do we have the capability of these tools? What would happen in 2030 when countries like Singapore and Dubai, they would completely be on the blockchain? Like 2030, airport, bank, hospital, library, army establishments, and everything would be on the blockchain in Dubai. Airports, defense, except defense, everything would be in the Singapore. But moral of the story, this is also an opportunity for a country like India, whereby with due permission there is a huge unemployment, to come forward and take this as a job opportunity, as a revenue opportunity. However, the hard reality which we need to acknowledge, number one, from a job seeker perspective, are they compatible with the tools? Or by reading a mere textbook, you think that you can be a virtual reality expert, you can be an artificial intelligence expert. Second thing is the architecture of cybersecurity. Today, no one in this world can say that my PC is secured, my mobile phone is secured, my laptop is secured, my tab is secured. Even the best defense establishments of the US being hacked a number of times, and life is a journey. It's nothing but you continue to learn from the mistakes. They are improving the technological architecture. Holistically speaking, as a company, I see that there are 20 IT architectures which are emerging up in the world, like COBIT, like SSA 16, like NIST 803, 808, and the list is quite long in the interest of time. The first thing which the companies which are coming up in this domain and also the professionals is to understand these architecture, because we should not forget that the tallest building of the globe, of tallest, make the list, like Burj Khalifa, like Empire State Building, in Singapore Fairmount Hotel, they can only standing today because the foundation is very strong. Else, if I make a tallest building only for the sake of clicking a photo, foundation is not strong, 6.5 Richter scale quake, and everything is on the ground. These I strongly request the youngster, people like you in the media and the forums like CII, to have a great stress on these IT architectures. Boss, if you have these IT architectures in place, you can easily go to 6G. I'm not denying the other factors like the profitability issues, the monetization issue, the people, those giving the service, of course, they should make some money else who will give, there's no free lunch. But the big thing is these IT architectures should be placed and they should be periodically reviewed, which is being reviewed across the globe. This is my take on what is happening in the technology.
You raised a pertinent question on cybersecurity. What is your piece of advice, or what? Let me put it up front. What are the 5 steps that the government needs to do to make country cyber secure?
First of all, thank you very much for raising this issue. But before answering, I'll take 30 seconds to give you 2 stories, very recent. One which was part of the media and one which was not. The most protective president of the globe, or if I say the most protective politician of the globe, I'm not talking about Donald Trump, number one, Mr. Putin, Russian president, who is right here in the city, 5th and 6th October. He was in Kazakhstan and he was at some air base owned by government of Russia. There were few drones, those who, not many people know that Putin and Trump are the most protective president, and 24/7 there are one or more drone who are on their head to see that actually where they are. Drones who used to protect, who were basically who were there to protect Putin, they went in the direction of Putin and attacked him. And they were full of petrol, which is known as drone petro attack. He was quite lucky that he saved himself. The guard saved himself. Very recently, not more than 2 weeks ago, Venezuela president, who is also protected by the drone, he was basically in some rally, in some meeting in his country, he being attacked by the same drones who are being deployed to protect the president. Somehow he saved, the guard saved himself. My only question is, if this drone being protected, hired or created to protect the president, it means that there is somebody who can enter into the system and giving a command that no, Putin is not your friend, he is your enemy, you have to go against him. My thing is that cyber security is not an evolving thing. It is 24/7. Take an example. Just download the simplest antivirus in your computer. Just download. Scan your entire computer. Very simple thing I'm giving. Scan your entire computer. I will ask my friend in the Bangladesh to give you one lucrative email whereby extension is .bd. The email looks like you have more than $500,000 of business. Once you open the email, rescan your computer, Within 5 minutes, even after scanning this computer, my friend from Bangladesh on my instruction will tell you, this is the data in your computer. And I don't want you to name any antivirus or any total security. Cyber, sir, we need to appreciate one thing. Once you sleep, the cyber person awake. Once you think that everything has been done, the new patches has been uploaded, he start thinking what is a loophole in these patches. 5 things which government of India should do according to my recommendation. Number 1, we should have a dedicated department with a huge money in pocket. Like Singapore government has recently created a department whereby they gave this department $30 million. 30 million is not a small amount in Singapore terms. Secondly, these departments should not be, with due respect, they have the young kids like 18, 19, 20, people like me, 30, 32, 34. Third, they will not report to any bureaucrat. Fourth, the benchmark should be what is the cybersecurity framework of Russia? What is the cybersecurity framework of France, of Singapore? Are we closer to it? I don't want you to name any bank since it's a public domain video. We have a bank in India whereby the cybersecurity is in the hand of 5 team members, and you would be surprised to know that the average age of a team member is 18 to 19. And they are making the money which even the vice president of the largest IT company, without quoting the name, is not making. 18 to 19. And you would be more surprised to know that the people that they are directly reporting to the CEO of the bank, and they are coming office in shorts. They have no formal attire policy. End result is, without quoting the name of the bank, this bank is in the news nowadays. But one good thing, this bank never been in the news since inception due to any cyber related issues compared to his peers. Because they understand very well, we are dealing with the public money. But what if somebody will enter into the banking system and take away? Just a small to conclude this question. 3 days ago, somebody entered into the system and took away 69-point-some-odd million of Bitcoin valuation from the exchange. And even after 3 days, no one knows who was this gentleman, from where he came. Do we really wish, are we waiting to see this in India? Or are we seriously interested to spend quite some money to protect ourselves? Because last 10 seconds, gone are the days when in 1917 Hollywood movie, the cyber expert used to sit in Texas and he is hacking in Philadelphia. Now the cyber expert sits in New Delhi, but the emails looks like, which I can also do for you if you want, the email looks like it's coming from Bangladesh. And you will never in the dreams will see that was the person who is sitting right to me, actually he is the man who is doing it. But you continue to feel somebody in the Bangladesh is doing this. According to small research, majority of the cyber attacks are happening with the domain names of Bangladesh, Russia and others, but the actual person who is doing this is reside in that country and very closer to the target, because he understands how easy to penetrate in the system of that company. The cyber security is not must for the government, it is a daily exercise for the government.
So you want to say that talent is not a problem, but policy is a problem.
One more thing, sir. Talent in India definitely not a problem. This I am saying since from my childhood days. India is a country with enormous talent. The only, but with due permission, I would like to add that undirected talent. There is no direction here. But one thing I also would like to add, we need to direct this huge flow. Plus, we need to make an appropriate policy which has to be revisited on weekly basis at least. Third, last but not the least, money. It should not be like that if today, like I'll give you a simple example. I hope you saw the movie of one of the beautiful actors of Bollywood, Mr. Nasiruddin Shah. His movie is Wednesday. He was in the Mumbai. And he called to the Mumbai Police Commissioner and say that if you don't do this, I am going to blow up these things. And Mumbai Police Commissioner role being played by Anupam Kherji. Now, finally what happened? This Nasiruddin Shah was in Mumbai, Anupam Kher was in Mumbai, but I don't want to tell you. They hired a young cyber expert who went inside basically the Mumbai police office and said, excuse me, are you still using these devices? I have a better device than you, though I'm not supported by a big corporate. Having a policy directing the youngest force will not make sense. The point is money, and I'm not saying you will give me $1 billion, $2 billion or $100 billion. I'm saying whatever the initiative this government has taken, like Swachh Bharat, like Digital India and all, not even 1/100th of that amount is required to make this country cyber secure. I'm not asking for $5 billion. I'm asking for few $1 million which could easily be given provided they would be used in a right direction.
Thanks, Rahul. Nice talking.